Greetings and welcome to the univariate statistic and crosstab analysis. This presentation is to focus on the potential factors which can determine people's interest towards politics in Canada. The Canadian election study has provided an adequate amount of information to conduct this research. The data is recoded and condensed from a scale of 0 to 10 to 3 ordinal levels, low, medium, and high. Cases like don't know and refused are declared as missing values. The distribution has a low peakedness and is skewed to the left according to the results of the kurtosis and the skewness. The frequency analysis for this dependent variable has shown a sufficient level of variation. Most of the cases are concentrated at medium and high level, however, we are still able to conduct further analysis. With some initial background research, two factors are likely to have potential effects on people's level of interest towards politics: family and civic engagement. According to Shani's The Origin of Political Interest, family should have influence on people's level of interest towards politics. I will be looking at how frequently political discussion takes place in a family and its relationship with political interest. Therefore, my first hypothesis is that higher frequency of political discussion with families should lead to a higher level of interest towards politics. The second independent variable suggests that civic engagement, such as volunteering, should have effects on people's public choice. As a result, my second hypothesis is that people who have engaged with a party or a candidate should have a higher level of interest towards politics. Here is the crosstab for hypothesis 1. Cases such as don't know and refused are indicated as missing values. There is a strong positive correlation between the variables, hence the candle top B is 0.27. Thus, more people who frequently discuss politics in families do have higher level of interest towards politics. However, there is an anomaly. Most people who rarely discuss politics at home actually have a medium level of interest towards politics. One of the reasons may be the distribution of cases. Overall, the analysis supports the prediction. Here is the crosstab for hypothesis 2. Cases as don't know are declared as missing value. The value of Kramer V is 0.22, which shows an acceptable relationship between the variables. People who have volunteered for a party or a candidate do have a higher level of interest towards politics. And as shown, people who have not volunteered for a party or a politician do have a lower or medium level of political interest. Both of the cross tabulations have shown support towards the hypotheses we have made earlier. For hypothesis 1, there is a very strong positive correlation between the two variables. The result is also statistically significant. However, I did expect a more apparent correlation between the lower interest groups. After the cross-tabulation, the results are not as extreme as I thought it would be. For hypothesis 2, there is a moderately acceptable relationship between the two variables. It is also statistically significant. The same with hypothesis 1, I expected more extreme relationship between the yes and no. However, it didn't happen after the cross-tabulation. Most of the cases are still concentrated around medium level. Overall, we can accept both hypotheses and use it for further research purposes. After the basic quantitative data analysis, we can use the accepted hypotheses in further research regarding voters' behavior to examine the problem of low voters' turnout rate and the patterns of election results, as well for other research regarding the problems of interest group and policymaking.